Hey guys, COMPUTEROSIS here. Welcome to another episode of Let's Play J&D The P Legacy. This is episode 8. Well, this is the first part of 3 of episode 8, where we're going through the Boggy Swamps. Yes, the Boggy Swamps. What's there to say about the Boggy Swamps? Well, this is part where I go over a little review, if you like I do with the previous ones, and then the rest of the time is just me going off into a freaking tangent where at that point you can basically just turn down the volume and just pretend this is just a silent walkthrough with no sound at all. Oh, so there isn't really that much to say about the Boggy Swamps. I mean, this is actually, you'll see later on that this is actually the first time where I've actually gone the opposite way. Usually I will go basic, straightforward way, past the lines and all that. But I ended up taking the back way of going through there, which was something that I'd never done before. And I didn't think it would actually work at that matter. I mean, sure, there are a few, a good chunk of the sections are, even though they seem pretty straightforward, there's still multiple ways of going through there, and like completing them and all that, because of how pretty extensive they can be. This one, basically, you can just go in a the entire journey is basically one entire circle, and what's interesting, you can actually go into that reverse circle. Sure, it'll be a couple times where the game's like, oh, why are you going in that direction? So or something along those lines. This is something I haven't played before, because to be honest, this is sort of the second time I'm playing this game. I played it once, and I only played once, and it was for the PS2, and I was basically just doing like a quick speed run, like, oh, once I got the right precursor, that's right, power cells, on to the next section, and all that. So I wasn't really going for the 100% completion. But right now, I'm trying to go for the 100% completion, which means I'm trying to get all the power cells, all the precursor orbs, or just everything. Those are basically the two main things. I would say I'm getting all the scouter flies, but then again, getting all the scouter flies will get you closer to getting all the power cells. So there's no point for me saying, yeah, I'm gonna get everything. I'm gonna get all them and all that. Especially if it just adds on to the main thing that you need to collect in order to get 100% completion, which is all the precursor orbs and all the power cells. Mainly all the power cells, and basically in order to get some of all the power cells, you will need to collect the precursor orbs. So that's like more of a side thing. The main thing is the power cells, the second thing is the precursor orbs, the third thing is basically scouter flies. If you're willing to break it down that far. Or at least to me, that's how I felt. And I mentioned this, I don't know when I mentioned this, but of course, like I said, I only played this game once. The same thing with Jak 3, I've only played it once. Well, actually no, with Jak 3 I played it, I've only played it twice, one on regular, one on hero mode. And I was sort of debating about, okay, and what I'm going to be doing LP of Jak 3, which probably will happen at this point, would I play it in its regular difficulty, or will I try the hero mode difficulty? Because I said Jak 1, basically I was just getting really lazy when I first played it, and I was just trying to see how fast I can beat it. Here I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna collect everything, and I wouldn't say I'll do whatever it takes, because that would involve me doing cheating. No, nothing like that. But no, the fact of the matter is, I'm trying to see if I can get everything, and I know I can get everything. This game is easy. Out of the entire Jak trilogy, Jak and Daxter, Jak 2, Jak 3, this is of course the easier one. With of course Jak 2 being the hardest one, which I can sort of see that because to be honest, I already saw a few levels in Jak 2 which made me go, oh my god, hate this level, and it was mostly due to how difficult it was. Jak 3, any levels that I thought were difficult were actually just really annoying to me. Like, there were a couple of levels which involved using your own doom buggy, and you had to go through there and all that, and the camera's all whack. But I have no idea, because every time the the thing gets all desynced. So I'm like, you know what, fuck it. Okay, there's no point for me telling you exactly what's happening on screen and then find out that no, that's not what's happening on screen. That's what happened in a few seconds ago. So no. So yeah, so I have to there's a reason for this tangentness if you haven't already figured it out already. If you haven't already drilled in your brain for we're up to 7 episodes already. But anyway, back to Jack 3, where I thought that some of the levels were actually just really annoying. It's not like they weren't difficult. I mean, once I got done, they're like, oh my gosh, that was too easy. But the way it gets to how it's easy, it just annoyed me. It just annoyed me to no end. And there are a couple levels where when I was playing it again in hero mode, I was like, oh my gosh, I do not want to do this on hero mode, no less, because because I will say this though, hero mode for Jack 2, basically you're starting all over again. You have to recollect all the precursor orbs in order to make sure that you get some of the bonuses that comes with playing in hero mode, which to be honest is just getting some of the stuff earlier, like unlimited ammo, unlimited dark jack, invulnerability to yourself, not so much as any vehicle that you're technically in, except for the mech suit. You're technically invincible in that mech suit. So I will say that. But you're the majority of the part invulnerable, except for a few seconds where you technically still die because those things are not invulnerable and stuff like that. But for Jack 3, the way that it handles its hero mode, it handles it like a continuation, where everything that you have collected via the precursor orbs, whether it been weapon upgrades, certain things that certain collectibles, making sure this one dude wears a diaper, certain things like that, and basically you're restarting the entire game with everything that you collected so far. So if I was ever gonna do hero mode, would I mainly focused on like just weapon upgrades, maybe get the unlimited light jack and dark jack, and maybe invulnerability for those certain sections that just annoy me when I'm on foot. But that is the big thing that I've been searching for, trying to debate about. And as much as I will say, hey, you guys get to vote, like when I do the Jack 3 LP, which probably won't happen till like later this fall, because I have a lot of stuff I want to do LP wise, and I've already done previews of it, and I want to get those done. But the fact of the matter is, I've gotten really busy over the course of the months, and also that insult to injury about my computer being all wibbly wobbly and all that, and I might have to get a new one, but it's a little too soon for that because it's barely 2 years old. It was old and all that, so that's like jumping the gun on that. But at this point, the way computers are being cranked out these days, I'm like, geez. And the fact of the matter is like I have to work with what I have with right now. So there. Which, to be honest, I'm actually recording this really early in the morning. I should be asleep right now, but I can't, because the only way I can do post commentary is in the morning when I don't have any interruptions, and I'm very easily open. But at the same time, I can be very sleepy, and even to the point where I have a fear of maybe I'm going to be coughing a lot, because that was one of the main things that was like preventing me from not recording these parts. Was I was coughing, like just a lot. And for those of you who watch Game Grumps, and there was that certain section where they got sick over MagFest, and even during the times they were recording, you heard like them like coughing, like to the point where it was like where people were making jokes like, yeah, that you guys should quit smoking, or get that taken care of and all that. No. Now, when I want to do post commentary, I want to do it where I'm not as sick, and if I am sick, I don't show that I'm sick. Like for instance, I'm still recovering from a sore throat. Does it look like I'm recovering from a sore throat? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know, because at this point I can't really rehear any post commentary unless I'm hearing it through the speakers that are coming from the laptop. Because I mentioned this story before. I'll probably end up mentioning it again. Yeah, the headphone jack for my laptop, it blew out. Well, during the weekend I was at Anime Kanji of 2012. Yeah, for 2012. 12. And even though the whole experience was freaking awesome in its own right, that was the only bad thing that happened. And the only reason why that did happen was because the fact that my laptop was being used in order to stream pony videos, or at least try to, because it was able to. But unfortunately, there was a lot of complications, a lot of technical difficulty, mostly because of the fact that the original people who came to that My Little Pony panel, they weren't there, so we ended up taking over it. Like, the people who came to the panel were taking over the panel, and luckily I had my laptop there to be the one to have entertainment. We could watch the new episode, which was Dragon Quest at the time. But unfortunately, a lot of things happened. So those that end up going to the My Little Pony St. Patrick's Day party meetup thingamajig, we still got to see it on my laptop, which was still pretty awesome. And this episode was almost over at this point, or at least this part of the episode. So the next part, I will be talking more about my computer problems, and another suggestion that I'm pretty sure other YouTubers have talked about, or at least hinted at, but it's something that needs to be known at this point. So anyway, I'll be seeing you in part 2. I know, and it's still going to be early in the morning. And yeah, so anyway, COMPUTEROSIS, I'll be seeing you next part. Well, we'll be taking care of some swamp rats. Yeah.